Gautama Buddha once posed a reflective question. Have you ever felt drained by someone who always believes they are right? Dealing with unyielding individuals can be challenging, especially when tranquility is your pursuit. This video explores how Zen Buddhism offers elegant solutions to handle these situations with grace and composure. 13 Steps to Harmonious Interactions. In our fast-paced world, it's common to encounter those who staunchly believe in their own correctness, often leading to exhausting and frustrating interactions. This session will introduce you to 13 Zen-inspired ways to maintain balance and confidence, ensuring your mental well-being remains intact during tough conversations. Strategies for constructive conversations. We'll explore effective methods such as using facts and logical evidence over emotions to strengthen your arguments, introducing new ideas subtly, and employing humor to diffuse tension. Learn to set clear boundaries to communicate your limits respectfully and ask thoughtful questions to open minds to new perspectives. Fostering respect and calm in dialogue. Discover how to express your views confidently yet courteously, backing them with solid evidence while remaining calm and composed. Sometimes, steering the conversation to less controversial topics can alleviate tension and prevent conflicts. Embracing respect for diverse opinions. Zen Buddhism teaches us the value of respecting differing opinions, fostering healthier, more productive dialogues. While changing minds is a gradual process, maintaining your peace and integrity and striving to understand others' perspectives is pivotal. This approach not only enhances communication, but also promotes mutual respect and learning. Stay with us to uncover how Zen teachings can revolutionize your interactions with stubborn individuals, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Let's begin by recognizing the challenge and embracing the Zen way of mindful interaction. Lesson 1. Recognizing the challenge. Dealing with people who always think they are right can be very tiring and frustrating. These interactions can drain your energy and make you feel powerless. Understanding why some people always believe they are right is the first step to handling these situations better. One reason people insist they are always right is because of their ego. The ego wants to feel important and validated, and admitting they are wrong threatens this sense of self. Think about a colleague who never listens to others' ideas in meetings. Understanding that this behavior is driven by their need for validation can help you not take it personally. It's not about you, it's about their struggle with their ego. Gautama Buddha taught that the ego is a source of much suffering. When people cling to their opinions and refuse to see other perspectives, they are often trying to protect their ego. Buddha's wisdom teaches us that letting go of ego is crucial for personal growth. By seeing the situation through this lens, you can develop compassion for them and not get caught up in their need to be right. Another important point is that these interactions test your patience and communication skills. For example, dealing with a family member who always insists their way is the only way can be particularly challenging because you care about them. Developing patience is key here. Patience allows you to stay calm and not react with frustration. It gives you the space to respond thoughtfully instead of getting drawn into an argument. A useful Zen story illustrates this point well. There was once a monk and a rigid tree. The monk noticed how the tree, because it was so stiff, would often break in strong winds, while the flexible bamboo would bend and survive. This story teaches us the importance of flexibility. By being flexible in our interactions, we can navigate the stubbornness of others without breaking ourselves. Understanding why people behave this way is not enough. You also need strategies to deal with it. One approach is to not let others' opinions dominate your reactions and decisions. Ensure your voice is heard by calmly and confidently expressing your views. This doesn't mean you need to argue or prove them wrong, but rather to assert your own perspective without getting swept away by their insistence. Recognizing the challenge involves understanding the role of ego, developing patience, and maintaining flexibility in your interactions. By doing so, you can protect your mental well-being and communicate more effectively. Remember, the goal is not to change them, but to handle the situation in a way that keeps you peaceful and centered. Through these practices, you can transform challenging interactions into opportunities for growth and learning. Lesson 2. Practicing patience. Practicing patience is key when dealing with people who always think they are right. These interactions can really test our limits and make it hard to stay calm. Developing patience helps us handle these situations better and keeps us grounded. When someone is stubborn and refuses to see other perspectives, it can be very frustrating. For example, think about a family member who insists their way is the only way. This can create a lot of tension and conflict. By practicing patience, you can learn to stay calm and not react with anger. Patience allows you to give yourself time to think before responding, which helps manage your emotions. Gautama Buddha taught that patience is a virtue that leads to personal growth. When we are patient, we can handle difficult situations with grace and understanding. Buddha's wisdom reminds us that everyone is on their own path and that it takes time for people to change. By being patient, we acknowledge this and give others the space to grow. A Zen story that shows the value of patience involves a farmer and his unpredictable horse. One day, the farmer's horse runs away. His neighbors come to offer sympathy, but the farmer simply says, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returns with a group of wild horses. The neighbors congratulate the farmer on his good luck, but again he says, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son tries to ride one of the wild horses, is thrown off, and breaks his leg. The neighbors express their sorrow, but the farmer only says, "Maybe." Soon after, the army comes to the village to recruit young men, but the farmer's son is spared because of his injury. The story shows that events are neither good nor bad, and patience allows us to see how things unfold. In real-life interactions, patience helps us not to let others' opinions dominate our reactions. For instance, when dealing with a friend who always dominates conversations, practicing patience helps you stay calm and listen instead of trying to argue or prove them wrong. Patience allows you to wait for the right moment to share your perspective calmly and assertively. Patience also involves understanding that changing someone's mind takes time. People rarely change their views overnight. By being patient, you give them the space to consider new ideas without feeling pressured. This patience can turn a stubborn interaction into a constructive dialogue over time. Another benefit of patience is that it helps protect your mental well-being. When you stay patient, you reduce stress and frustration. This keeps you in a better mood and allows you to handle difficult people more effectively. In summary, practicing patience means staying calm, managing emotions, and allowing time for growth. By developing patience, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps in keeping your peace, but also promotes more meaningful and constructive conversations. Remember, patience is a powerful tool that can transform challenging situations into opportunities for understanding and growth. Lesson 3. Developing compassion. Developing compassion is essential when dealing with people who always think they are right. Compassion helps us understand others better and respond with kindness, even when they are difficult. It keeps us calm and prevents us from getting frustrated or angry. When we meet someone who never admits they might be wrong, it's easy to feel annoyed. For example, imagine a friend who always dominates conversations. This can be very challenging. Instead of getting upset, try to approach them with compassion. Understand that their behavior might come from insecurity or a need for validation. By seeing their actions through a compassionate lens, you can respond more gently and calmly. Gautama Buddha taught that compassion is the foundation of a peaceful mind. When we practice compassion, we not only help others, but also bring peace to ourselves. Buddha's wisdom teaches us to see the suffering in others and respond with kindness. This perspective helps us to stay centered and not get caught up in negative emotions. A Zen story that highlights the power of compassion involves the Buddha and an angry man. One day, an angry man approached the Buddha and started insulting him. The Buddha remained calm and asked the man, "If someone offers you a gift and you decline to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man replied, "It belongs to the person who offered it." The Buddha smiled and said, "I do not accept your anger, so it remains with you." This story teaches us that by not accepting others' negativity and responding with compassion, we protect our own peace. In real-life interactions, developing compassion means recognizing that everyone has their own struggles and reasons for their behavior. When dealing with a person who always thinks they are right, try to see their perspective. They might be feeling insecure or trying to prove their worth. By understanding their motivations, you can respond with empathy instead of frustration. Another important aspect of compassion is that it helps us maintain our own well-being. When we respond with compassion, we reduce our own stress and anger. This keeps us in a better emotional state and allows us to handle difficult interactions more effectively. Compassion also promotes better communication and understanding, leading to more harmonious relationships. Practicing compassion also involves actively listening to others instead of quickly judging or reacting. Take the time to hear them out. This shows that you value their feelings and opinions, even if you don't agree with them. It can transform a tense situation into a more constructive and peaceful dialogue. In summary, developing compassion means seeing others' behavior through a kind and understanding lens, responding with empathy, and protecting your own peace. By practicing compassion, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps in keeping you calm, but also fosters more meaningful and positive connections. Remember, compassion is a powerful tool that can turn difficult situations into opportunities for deeper understanding and growth. Lesson 4. Embracing humility. Embracing humility is essential when dealing with people who always think they are right. Humility helps us stay grounded and open-minded, making interactions more peaceful and productive. It allows us to approach situations with a sense of calm and clarity. When you feel the need to prove yourself right, it can create tension and conflict. For example, imagine a debate with a coworker that turns heated. Instead of trying to win the argument, embrace humility and recognize that it's okay not to have all the answers. This approach can diffuse the situation and open up space for more meaningful dialogue. Gautama Buddha taught that humility is essential for personal growth and enlightenment. When we are humble, we are more receptive to learning and understanding. Buddha's wisdom reminds us that everyone has something to teach us, and by embracing humility, we can gain new insights and perspectives. This attitude not only enriches our lives, but also fosters better relationships. A Zen story that illustrates the importance of humility involves a Zen master and a professor. The professor visited the Zen master to learn about Zen. The master served tea and kept pouring even after the cup was full. The professor exclaimed, "The cup is full, no more will go in." The master replied, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions. How can I teach you Zen unless you empty your cup? This story teaches us the value of approaching situations with an open mind and a humble heart. In real-life interactions, embracing humility means being willing to listen and learn from others, even if you disagree with them. For example, when talking to a friend who insists they are right, try to understand their perspective without judgment. Acknowledge that you might not have all the answers and that there is always something new to learn. This mindset can transform arguments into opportunities for growth and connection. Another aspect of humility is letting go of the need to control outcomes. When you accept that you can't change others, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. This doesn't mean you should agree with everything, but rather that you approach discussions with a sense of openness and acceptance. This attitude helps maintain your peace and fosters more respectful and constructive interactions. Practicing humility also involves admitting when you are wrong. This can be challenging, but it builds trust and respect in your relationships. When you acknowledge your mistakes, you show others that you value honesty and integrity. This encourages a culture of openness and mutual respect, making it easier to navigate difficult conversations. In summary, embracing humility means being open to learning, letting go of the need to control, and admitting when you are wrong. By practicing humility, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps in keeping your peace, but also promotes more meaningful and positive connections. Remember, humility is a powerful tool that can turn challenging situations into opportunities for deeper understanding and growth. Lesson 5. Listening deeply. Listening deeply is a powerful skill, especially when dealing with people who always think they are right. Deep listening helps us understand others better, improves communication, and reduces conflicts. It allows us to stay calm and centered even in challenging conversations. When someone insists they are right, it can be tempting to interrupt or argue. However, practicing deep listening means giving them your full attention. For example, imagine a spouse who dismisses your perspective. Instead of reacting, focus on listening to understand their point of view. This doesn't mean you agree, but it shows respect and can calm the situation. Gautama Buddha taught that listening is an act of love and respect. By truly listening, we show others that we value their thoughts and feelings. This can transform even the most difficult interactions into opportunities for connection. Buddha's wisdom encourages us to listen without judgment, which helps us see the situation more clearly. A Zen story that highlights the importance of deep listening involves a Zen master and his student. The student asks the master how to find peace. The master said, "Listen to the sound of the bamboo." The student listened, but heard nothing special. The master explained, "When you listen deeply, you hear the world more clearly. Peace comes from understanding." This story teaches us that deep listening helps us find clarity and peace. In real-life interactions, deep listening means not just hearing words, but also paying attention to emotions and body language. When dealing with a person who always thinks they are right, notice their tone and expressions. This can give you insights into their true feelings and motivations. For example, a friend might seem argumentative, but is actually feeling unheard or insecure. Another key aspect of deep listening is asking thoughtful questions. Instead of challenging their opinions directly, ask questions that encourage reflection. For example, "What makes you feel strongly about this?" Or, "Can you help me understand your point better?" This approach shows that you are interested in their perspective and can lead to more productive discussions. Deep listening also involves being patient and not rushing to respond. Allow the other person to finish speaking before you share your thoughts. This patience can prevent misunderstandings and shows that you respect their time to express themselves. It also gives you a chance to gather your thoughts and respond more thoughtfully. Deep listening means giving full attention, showing respect, and understanding emotions and body language. By practicing deep listening, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps in keeping your peace, but also fosters more meaningful and positive connections. Remember, deep listening is a powerful tool that can turn challenging conversations into opportunities or deeper understanding and growth. Another important part of deep listening is to stay present in the conversation. Often we think about what to say next instead of truly listening. By staying in the moment, we can understand the other person better. For example, when talking to a friend who always thinks they are right, really focus on their words and feelings. This presence can make the other person feel valued and heard, reducing the tension between you. In summary, deep listening involves giving full attention, being patient, asking thoughtful questions, and staying present. These practices help us understand others better and respond more calmly. By listening deeply, we show respect and can transform difficult conversations into opportunities for connection and growth. This not only helps maintain our peace, but also builds stronger, more positive relationships. Remember, deep listening is a simple yet powerful tool for improving communication and understanding. Lesson 6. Setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential when dealing with people who always think they are right. Boundaries help protect your peace and create healthy interactions. They ensure that you respect yourself while also respecting others. One key aspect of setting boundaries knows your limits. For instance, if you have a boss who never takes feedback and insists they are always right, it's important to define what you are comfortable with. Politely but firmly express your thoughts and make it clear when a discussion is no longer productive for you. This helps prevent feelings of frustration and resentment. Gautama Buddha taught about the middle way, which is about finding balance in life. This applies to setting boundaries as well. Buddha's wisdom teaches us not to be too rigid or too lenient. By setting clear and respectful boundaries, we can maintain balance in our relationships, helping us stay calm and centered even in difficult situations. A Zen story that highlights the importance of boundaries involves a monk who learned to say no with kindness. The monk was often asked to help with various tasks, and he always agreed, even when he was overwhelmed. One day, an older monk advised him, "You can say no with a smile. Protect your peace to help others better." The younger monk started setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, but with kindness. This story teaches us that setting boundaries is not about being unkind, but about taking care of ourselves to be more effective in helping others. In real-life interactions, setting boundaries also means being clear about your needs and limits. For example, when dealing with a friend who always dominates conversations, you can gently steer the conversation back or take a break if it becomes too much. This shows that you respect yourself and your time. It can also encourage the other person to be more mindful of their behavior. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is consistency. Once you set a boundary, it's crucial to stick to it. This consistency reinforces the boundary and helps others understand and respect your limits. For instance, if you decide not to engage in arguments after a certain point, consistently excusing yourself from such discussions will make your boundaries clear and respected over time. Setting boundaries also involves communicating them clearly and kindly. Use I statements to express how you feel and what you need. For example, "I feel overwhelmed when we argue, so I need to take a break from this conversation." This approach is less confrontational and more about sharing your feelings and needs. Another key part of setting boundaries is practicing self-care. Taking time for yourself and doing activities that help you relax and recharge can strengthen your ability to maintain boundaries. When you are well rested and centered, you are better equipped to handle challenging interactions. Additionally, remember that boundaries are not just about saying no. They are also about creating space for positive interactions. By setting boundaries, you can focus on what truly matters to you and build stronger, healthier relationships. In summary, setting boundaries means knowing your limits, being clear about your needs, staying consistent, and practicing self-care. By setting boundaries, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps maintain your peace, but also promotes healthier and more respectful relationships. Remember, boundaries are a powerful tool that can protect your well-being and create more balanced and positive interactions. Lesson 7. Finding inner peace. Finding inner peace is essential when dealing with people who always think they are right. Inner peace helps us stay calm, centered, and unaffected by external negativity. It allows us to handle challenging interactions with grace and patience. Meditation for inner peace. One way to find inner peace is through meditation. Meditation helps quiet the mind and brings a sense of calm. For example, when you feel stressed after an argument, take a few minutes to meditate. Focus on your breath and let go of the tension. This simple practice can help you reset and approach the situation with a clear mind. Buddha's teachings on inner peace. Gautama Buddha taught that inner peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. Buddha's wisdom reminds us that we cannot control how others behave, but we can control our own reactions. By focusing on our inner state, we can maintain peace even in the midst of chaos. This perspective helps us remain calm and composed no matter what others do or say. Zen story. The Serene Monk. A Zen story that illustrates the power of inner peace involves a serene monk during a fierce storm. Everyone in the village was panicking, but the monk remained calm, meditating in his hut. When asked why he wasn't afraid, he replied, "The storm is outside. It cannot disturb my inner peace." This story teaches us that true peace comes from within and is not dependent on external events. Real-life applications. In real-life interactions, finding inner peace means not letting others' opinions dominate your emotions. For example, when dealing with a co-worker who always thinks they are right, remind yourself that their opinion does not define your worth. By focusing on your own inner calm, you can engage in discussions without getting upset or defensive. This approach helps you stay grounded and respond more thoughtfully. Practicing mindfulness. Another aspect of finding inner peace is practicing mindfulness, which means being fully present in the moment without judgment. When you are mindful, you are aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. For example, if you feel angry during a conversation, acknowledge the feeling without reacting impulsively. This awareness allows you to choose a more peaceful and constructive response. Gratitude for inner peace. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to find inner peace. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. For example, after a difficult interaction, take a moment to reflect on things you are grateful for. This practice can help you maintain a positive outlook and reduce stress. Letting go of control. Another key part of finding inner peace is letting go of the need to control others. Accept that you cannot change how others think or act. By releasing this need for control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. This acceptance brings a deep sense of peace and allows you to focus on your own growth and well-being. Creating a peaceful environment. In real life, it's also helpful to create a peaceful environment around you. Spend time in nature, listen to soothing music, or engage in activities that make you feel relaxed and happy. These simple actions can significantly boost your inner peace and help you stay calm in challenging situations. Summary. In summary, finding inner peace means meditating, focusing on your inner state, practicing mindfulness, showing gratitude, and letting go of control. By cultivating inner peace, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps maintain your calm, but also promotes healthier and more positive relationships. Remember, inner peace is a powerful tool that can transform challenging situations into opportunities for growth and understanding. Lesson 8. Transforming relationships. Transforming relationships with people who always think they are right can be challenging but ultimately rewarding. By employing patience, understanding, and effective communication, we can build healthier and more positive connections. Practicing empathy. One key aspect of transforming relationships is practicing empathy. Empathy helps us understand others' feelings and perspectives. For example, when dealing with a partner who never admits they are wrong, try to see things from their point of view. They might be acting out of insecurity or a need for control. By understanding their motivations, you can respond with compassion instead of frustration. This approach softens conflicts and opens the door to better communication. Buddha's wisdom on understanding. Gautama Buddha taught that true understanding comes from seeing things as they are. His wisdom encourages us to look beyond our own views and consider others' experiences. By practicing empathy, we can bridge the gap between differing opinions and create a more harmonious relationship. This wisdom helps us approach difficult interactions with a calm and open mind. Zen story, The Monks and the Woman. A Zen story illustrates the power of understanding. Two monks encountered a woman who needed help crossing a river, despite their order's rule against contact with women. One monk carried her across. Later, the other monk questioned why he broke the rule. The first monk responded, "I left the woman at the riverbank. Why are you still carrying her?" This story teaches us to let go of judgments and focus on the present moment. Improving communication skills. In real-life interactions, transforming relationships involves improving our communication skills. For instance, when talking to a friend who always thinks they are right, use I statements to express your feelings without blaming them. Instead of saying, "You never listen," say, "I feel unheard when my opinions are dismissed." This approach reduces defensiveness and encourages more open dialogue. Setting healthy boundaries. Another important aspect is setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect our well-being while respecting others. For example, if a colleague constantly dismisses your ideas, calmly let them know how this affects you and set a limit on such behavior. Clear boundaries create a respectful environment where both parties feel valued. Practicing patience. Patience is crucial in transforming relationships. Change takes time, and people may need time to adjust their behavior. For example, if a family member dominates conversations, they might not change immediately. By being patient and consistent, you give them the space to grow and improve, fostering a more positive and understanding relationship. Fostering mutual respect. Fostering mutual respect is also essential. Show respect by actively listening and valuing the other person's opinions. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but acknowledging their perspective can build trust and openness. Mutual respect lays the foundation for healthier interactions and deeper connections. Creating positive experiences. Together. In everyday life, creating positive experiences together can strengthen relationships. Engage in activities that both parties enjoy and that can bring you closer. Shared experiences can strengthen your bond and make difficult conversations easier to handle. For example, spend time doing a hobby you both love, which can improve your relationship. Summary. In summary, transforming relationships means practicing empathy, improving communication, setting healthy boundaries, being patient, fostering mutual respect, and creating positive experiences together. By using these approaches, you can handle interactions with people who always think they are right more effectively. This not only helps maintain your peace, but also promotes healthier and more positive relationships. Remember, transforming relationships is a journey that requires time and effort, but can lead to deeper understanding and stronger connections. Conclusion. In conclusion, dealing with people who always think they are right can indeed be challenging, but it is entirely possible to navigate these situations with patience, understanding, and wisdom. By recognizing the reasons behind their behavior, we gain insights into why they act this way. Practicing patience helps us maintain our calm and avoid reacting with anger or frustration. Developing compassion allows us to view their behavior through a kind and understanding lens, fostering empathy instead of conflict. Embracing humility reminds us that winning every argument isn't necessary. Humility opens the path to more meaningful dialogue. Listening deeply enhances our understanding of others, paving the way for clearer communication and deeper connections. Setting boundaries is crucial for protecting our peace. Knowing our limits and communicating them clearly creates healthier interactions. Finding inner peace enables us to remain calm even in challenging interactions, ensuring our responses are thoughtful and constructive. Letting go of control shifts our focus from changing others to managing our own reactions and behaviors. Transforming relationships through empathy, better communication, and mutual respect leads to more positive and fulfilling connections. Each of these steps involves making small changes in how we react and interact. While we cannot change how others think or behave, we have the power to control our responses. In doing so, we safeguard our own peace and promote better interactions. Practice these skills regularly to see improvements in your relationships. They are tools that empower you to stay calm, centered, and effective when faced with people who always think they are right. Thank you for watching this video. We hope these insights will assist you in your everyday life. By following these steps, you can create a more peaceful and understanding environment for yourself and those around you.